I wanted to share with you my experience on competing for the first time, and a lot of you have messaged me questions, so I'm going to try and answer them as best as I can. I absolutely loved the whole process. I went on prep for 10 weeks and I loved it. I loved seeing my body change. I did a carb cycle plan, which I've never done before, which I really enjoyed. It's a bit weird because I started off with 2 low days, a medium day and a high carb day. So on the high carb days, you can imagine, like, when I was supposed to be eating all these carbs, I was like, are you sure? Like, is this supposed to be? In your mind, you're thinking, you shouldn't be eating all these carbs when you're trying to get lean, because I'd never done it before. But it literally worked wonders for me, and I will always carb cycle now. Just makes it more interesting. Like, you're not cutting your carbs all the time, you're never low in energy. I didn't feel like I was on prep. I must have had a handful of days where I felt like a little bit tired, no energy. Literally everything went so smooth, like up until the day. The only thing that didn't was my bikini. My bikini got made in the wrong size, and then 2 weeks before the show I tried it on and I was like it really, where the cup was too big, where it had been made in the wrong size, it gaped like huge. And you want to feel good in a bikini to get on stage. Like, I think that's a decider that makes you feel so confident. If you don't feel confident in something that you're wearing, it's gonna show. That was my only stress that I had. So I literally had to run around and try and find somebody else to make it, which I did. I went with Black Ice bikinis, and she literally saved my life. She made my bikini within like 5 days, all red gems all over it, and she got my robe for me as well. It fitted like a glove. Like, as soon as I got out of the box, I just knew it was going to fit me perfect. So yeah, if any of you are looking for bikinis, check her out because she is awesome and she's so helpful. Just amazing. Show day, I stayed over the night before. That was fine. And then show day, I started to look a bit muddy. So backstage I had to have the lady go over it for me, which she really kindly did for me. I like to be on time. I have to be on time. I can't be late. So I had my makeup, well, I did my makeup, done my makeup really early, about 8:30, went and registered about 10, got to the venue about 12, my family and my friends come, I was chilling with them the whole day. I wasn't nervous the whole day. I was chilled out. It was so strange because I'm a worrier, and as you all know, this was a big deal for me. Getting up on stage, it was huge. Like, oh my god, I still can't even believe I'd done it. And the whole day I was so chilled, and I was like, why aren't I nervous? This is really strange. Like, I didn't expect that. I got backstage and I just went into a glaze. I was just like, I was having to go like this, really try and concentrate. I started to feel like I needed sugar, like a bit shaky inside. So I had a bit of Coke, but I was pumping up, and that's when I started to get nervous. Before I was about to go on stage, that's when it really kicked in. I was like, oh my god. And I walked out on stage, all of a sudden this twitch came into my mouth, and you cannot control it. You cannot control it. And it was so twitchy. Right, that's it. Everyone can see my mouth twitching. That's it. They're all looking at it going, oh my god, look at that twitchy mouth. It was literally the weirdest experience. It was so overwhelming up there, just having all eyes on you. Like, I hate being centre of attention. I hate it. So to have all eyes on you, oh my god, it was just weird. You can't see yourself. I didn't know how I was standing. I didn't know what my posing was looking like. Like, is it okay? Am I doing good? You know, obviously I got called for top 3, and then I was like, okay, this is really positive. I need to go out and do my eye walk, and I need to just do it with so much confidence, because top 3, like, that's amazing. They must like me, right? I felt like I really went out there, and I oozed a bit more confidence than when I first went out on stage. And obviously I got called second, so amazing. Like, I did not know what to expect. I was just doing it, you know, just to step on stage to get over my fear, and I did that as soon as I stepped on stage. But to come away with a trophy, oh my god, it was so good. I made all my family proud, my friends proud, and obviously Romain was just so proud of me, and that was the best feeling ever. Like, my support all my friends and family and that, it was just amazing. It was such an amazing feeling. So obviously now I'm going to the British because I'm not going to waste an invitation, because if I didn't go, that's someone else's invitation, and it's a massive experience. Like, you know, the British is a big show, so I'm gonna go and do it. Just to set the record straight, like, I am still LISAFIIT. I am my own person. I don't want to be seen as a competitor. The first time I did it, I just wanted to do it to face my fear, because getting up on stage for me is massive, and I wanted to do something to really push myself out of my comfort zone, and that was the biggest thing I could have done. So I've done it. I want to go to the British to experience it because it's a huge deal. So 4 weeks guys, 4 weeks. All right, that's going to come around like that. We are going to change a few things. I'm not going to come in so lean, because apparently I don't know if they like that. Plus I am lucky I'm naturally lean, so I don't really need to make the effort to come in lean, so I can afford to come in a lot fuller but still be fairly lean. So that's what we're going to aim for the British. The night before, I get to eat muffins, I get to eat Nando's, rice, just loads of carbs. Like, after my show I had a Nando's and everything. The next day I went and trained, and oh my god, I was still so lean, but I was so full. I don't know if you've seen a picture on my Instagram that I posted of my shoulders, my post-show workout on shoulders. My shoulders were like, and that's what I need on stage. So, you know, it's all trial and error at the end of the day. You're never going to get everything right on the first time, so that's cool. On to the questions. I'm gonna answer them the best I can. Just bear in mind that this was my first time. So the first question is cost of competing. It's expensive. It's expensive. Bikinis for girls, well, I mean, I don't know, I'm talking about girls. It's going to be expensive for a girl because we have to get a lot more stuff than guys. Guys, you just have to get your shorts and you just have to get your tan and put your hair gel in and you're done. Girls, there's so much more to it. Bikini, they are expensive, so you can get ones that aren't, maybe just say stages. So stage 1, not very many crystals, and then you go down to stage like 4 or 5 and it's covered in crystals. Obviously the price goes up, so it just depends what you want to go for. So a bikini, oh god, I'm getting cramp in my foot. A bikini can cost anywhere from £200 upwards depending on who you do go with. Then you have your jewellery, bracelet, earrings, rings, could be around £30. Then you have your makeup. If you can't do your makeup yourself and you need to get a makeup artist, around £45. Tan, around £60. Your shoes, £50. Your nails, 25 to 30 quid. Your hotel, you know, are you staying for 1 night, 2 night? You know, it could be £60 for 1 night, £120 for 2, depending on where you stay. It could be more. And then obviously you've got the whole prep of supplements and food, which I don't know, could be £800, or it's expensive. So it could over a grand, easily over a grand. So you really need to look into that before you start thinking about competing. You just need to make sure you've got the money to do it. Makeup, I did my own makeup because I spray tan sometimes, so I've got the foundation anyway, luckily. So I used Studio Fix Fluid MAC in NC40. Then I got Pro Longwear waterproof foundation in NW40, so it's a little bit darker, and I just mixed a little bit of that in. You don't want to go dark on your face because you don't want to look muddy, dirty. It's better to have your face a little bit lighter than the tan on your body. So I used a primer underneath and whatnot, and I literally just put it on with a damp sponge, you know, one of those, I can't remember what they're called now, beauty blender, but I get mine from Superdrug, you know, the cheaper ones, but they're just as good. How long in advance to start prepping? This depends on you as a person, where you are, you know, what you've been doing before. It really does depend on the person, how much fat you're holding. It does differ. Personally for me, I prepped for 10 weeks. I just come off a 10-week bulk as well. Where I've got such a fast metabolism, we could do 10 weeks, but we did want to do it really slow as well because we obviously wanted to preserve as much muscle tissue as we could and keep the fullness. We didn't want me to go stringy and skinny. How long to prep for really depends on the person. What training did I do? My training at the beginning was it was a lot of strength still, until I started to lose my strength towards the end, in which case we then switched it up to high reps just to keep getting the pump in the muscle. Always less cardio on the treadmill. Incline 10.5, speed started off at 4.2, then we went down to 4, then we went down to 3.5, so just a really slow walk towards the end. And I cut cardio out probably 4 days before, I think. But towards the end as well, we cut the incline right down as well. It was just walking flat. I'd got rid of all the fat, so I didn't need to do any more. So that was my training. My digestion after competing, I didn't have any issues, but then I eat clean all the time anyway. That's just a lifestyle I live. Obviously I did have, well, I had a Nando's. I still had rice, chicken and bloody veg. So but then I did have my pick and mix, I had my crisps, I had a brownie, I had some flapjacks, and I had granola in the morning. The next morning I was bloated. My stomach was huge. Obviously because I'd started drinking water, where I dehydrated myself, started drinking water, and all the carbs had swollen up in my stomach that I'd been eating the day before to carb up. So I got really, really bloated, and I did get a bit of a funny tummy just because of the bad food I'd been eating. I'd been eating so clean, like fish, jasmine rice and veg for so long, and then I was all of a sudden eating this shit food. It wasn't going to agree with my stomach, was it? Let's be honest. So I did get a bit of a like funny tummy, but that was for like 2 days, and then I'm back eating clean and it's been fine. So I personally didn't experience too much of a problem with digestion, but you know, it's just common sense. Like, you just need to be careful. You can't eat so clean for that long and then just get on a shit diet and then not expect to feel sluggish and, you know, have your stomach going crazy and probably getting the shits and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Someone's asked about, is it mentally hard gaining weight after the show? Again, because I'm competing again in 4 weeks at the British, I haven't put on any fat. Well, actually, saying that, I might have. Who knows? I haven't actually weighed myself. I probably have gone up in weight, but it's not going to be fat. It's going to probably be more water retention. Even if I did put on fat, personally for me, it wouldn't bother me. I hated the thought of not eating carbs for 2 days before my show. So 2 days before my show, I had to deplete for 2 days. 0 carbs. I hated the thought of that. Hated it. I've learned a lot since I first started my journey back in 2015 when I was scared of carbs, because I've got over that and I love eating carbs now. Not eating carbs for 2 days was a horrible, horrible thought, but it's part of the process and I had to do it, and that's fine. If you're going to compete and then afterwards you're just going to go back into a really shit diet, eating crappy foods, full on binging out, you're going to put weight on, you're going to rebound, and you're going to notice it, and it is going to make you feel crap. But if that's what you do, then you're gonna have to expect that. It's just being careful, really. After the British, I'm gonna increase my carbs a lot because I want to grow more, so I'm gonna put on weight. But I'm well excited to put on weight because not only is it healthy for me, you know, in the gym I'm gonna be able to lift more weight and I'm gonna have more energy, and I'm gonna be free. I'm gonna be able to eat more food. I'm gonna be able to have some treats when I want them and stuff, like. And you can lose weight, you know, if you put weight on, you can lose it. It's not like it's permanent damage, you can never lose it again. How did I cope with body fat dropping? So like mood swings and stuff, someone said, and how did I deal with it? I'm really a laid back, placid person. It takes a lot to piss me off. The only thing I remember that did piss me off was the beeper on the oven. Like I said, a handful of days out of my whole 10 weeks, I did feel tired, energyless, and little things got on my nerves. One of the things was the beeper on the oven. I remember one day it went off and I was just like, oh my God, I'm in the middle of something and the beeper's going off. It really, really annoyed me. But mood swings, I don't know, maybe I was lucky, I just didn't get them. But then again, I'm used to this lifestyle. It's not like I've gone from a really crap lifestyle straight into a strict prep and I'm not used to it. So personally for me, it could just be that I'm just used to it. You need to remember why you're having a mood swing, if you're having one, you know, like if you're on low carbs for the day or whatever, you just need to take a step back and think, you know, just snap out of it. Like, the only reason why I'm feeling like this is because of the food I'm eating today. So meal prepping, I do mine every morning. I do mine and remains because I have the time. I work from home, so I'm quite lucky that I can do it every morning. But literally, it's fish and it's rice. So I put the fish in, I put the beeper on for the alarm on the cooker for an hour, I put the rice on for half an hour, and that takes care of itself. I can go and do stuff. When I used to work in an office, I would prep my meals at night. Beginner tips for training towards comp: you really need to make sure you do your research and possibly work with someone to guide you in the right direction, because you can be as consistent as you want with something, but if you're not doing it right, then you're never going to change, you're never going to make any progress or improvement. So it really is important as a beginner to make sure you do a lot of research and increase your knowledge on things. Obviously through the prep, getting yourself a coach, I think that's really important, because even not as a beginner, even as just someone who has all the knowledge and everything, because you're so critical of yourself, you see yourself every day and you can never make a good judgment on what you're seeing, because you always pick up the bad points, you never see the good points. And so I think having a coach is so important, just for someone to oversee everything and change things where necessary that you might not even notice. I'm gonna put down below all of the sponsors that I used for my bikini, my jewellery, my tan. I'll put where I got my shoes from, my robe. It is really hard, like, if you don't know who to go to, and it's good to have some recommendations. Like, I've had a really good experience, like I said, with my bikini. She was just amazing. I am quite small here, so I was like, I need lots of padding, and she literally made it so it fitted perfectly. Like, as soon as I put it on, I felt confident, and that's what you need. So I just really want to share her with you all, because she just is amazing. Obviously your pump up bands you need for backstage as well, like make sure you get some good pump up bands, that's really important. Also posing, I didn't mention posing. Posing's really important. How did I forget that? You can have the best physique, but if you can't display it on stage, it's game over. You need to be able to display your physique with sick posing. Sometimes people don't even have good physique, but because of their posing and their aura, like on stage, oh my god, they do amazing. So posing's so important. I can't believe I forgot that. One of my friends, Lisa, she taught me the footwork, because she's the category up from wellness, but she knows the footwork, so she taught me the footwork in a little routine, which really helped me. It was awesome, so that was really good. And then I just took that away and I started to put my own spin on it, like my own kind of look and my own feel. And you need to make sure that you practice it. Practice, because you can't get enough practicing for posing. You really can't. Like, it's so important. Yes, I dropped my water. I dropped my water on so I drank 7 litres on Thursday. So I competed on the Sunday. I drank 7 litres on the Thursday, 8 litres on the Friday, 1.5 litres on the Saturday. Cut these bits out, Romain. 1.5 litres on the Saturday up until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Carbs, I depleted for 2 days. I depleted on the Thursday and the Friday. 0 carbs, Thursday and Friday. So that is that. Also, I did cut out salt and I added in asparagus. I dropped 4.5 pounds in 4 days of water weight by cutting out my salt and adding asparagus. Seriously, do not underestimate the body holding water. It's insane. Cheat meals. As you all know, I didn't have any cheat meals for the whole 10 weeks. This is just personal preference. For me, I found it easier. I don't have a cheat meal. I'm never going to crave bad food. I'm not a big cheat meal lover anyway. I'm more treats and stuff. It didn't really bother me, but I just think that if you have cheat meals, you're getting that taste, and then you're counting down the days until the next one for the next weekend. So I just think if you cut them out, then you're just not going to think about it. You're just on like a home run. And also, after a cheat meal, when do you ever feel good? You feel like shit, and then you look at your condition the next day and you look watery, and then you feel down, and then you feel shit, and you don't want to look in the mirror. Where's the fun in that? Okay, at the time when you're spooning it in your gob, it's cool and it's fun, and it's like, yeah, like you're feeling happy because you're eating bad food. The next day, no. So, I mean, what kind of cheat meal is a good one? I would suggest Nando's, because, you know, if you're going to eat sweet potato, you're going to eat rice, you're going to eat chicken, it's still, although it's, you know, Nando's, it's still good food, so you can kind of get away with it. When I eat Nando's, that's my favourite. I love Nando's. So when I eat it, I never feel bad after, ever, and I never lose condition or anything the next day. Just look normal. So even just cooking homemade meals, I still love that, even for cheat meals. I love a good spaghetti bolognese. How long does it take for you to be not as lean to very lean and show ready? So I started my prep at 10 weeks. By 6 weeks I was lean. I was fairly lean. And then I would say by 3 weeks I was very lean. And then I would say by a week out I was ready. I was shredded. Never took body fat percentages. Obviously I did weigh because I had to, but I never weigh. I hate weighing myself, never do it. I go by how I look in the mirror and how I feel in myself, never weigh myself. I just noticed I've got this massive claw hanging out my freaking my little sideburn sid. I never take body fat percentages. I just think numbers and stuff, they just mess with your mind. Just go with how you look and feel, like don't get caught up in all that. Oh, okay, someone asked about my carb cycle diet. I started off with 2 low carb days, 1 medium carb day and a high carb day, and then it repeated. As we went on, we changed it depending on what my body was looking like we always monitored how I was looking, like pretty much every day. If I needed a refeed, I'd refeed myself up, and I'd cook a lot more jasmine rice for that day as well. I'd just really load myself up. Then as time went on, we changed it down to, we dropped my high day out, so I was just having 2 low days and a medium day, 2 low days, and then we changed it to 3 low carb days and 1 medium day. 3 low carb, 1 medium day, and then towards the end I think I had about 6 low days in a row before I depleted. So that was my carb cycle. Someone asked, how do you deal with clothes fitting and then not fitting as your size changes? Do you find it difficult psychologically, or did you have to buy new clothes as your shape changed for the competition? Yeah, my clothes didn't fit me through my bulk phase. That was horrible, I'm not gonna lie about that. I've always been the same size through my whole life. I could get into my prom dress when I was 16, it would still fit me. I've always been the same, well, up until I started my weightlifting journey, I was always the same weight. So doing this 10-week bulk was an eye-opener. I put on, it was nearly a stone, I got to 10 stone, that's the heaviest I've ever been in my life. I went to Ibiza in June, and normally I could just grab stuff out my drawer from 3 years ago. Denim shorts, take for instance. They were not going past my quads. They weren't even getting over my bum. They weren't even getting anywhere near my bum. It didn't bother me. It was a bit annoying because when I was in Ibiza I was like, oh, for God's sake, I should have tried this on before. Like, the thing is, I wear gym clothes all the time. I wear stretchy leggings, I wear sports bras. I wear joggers a lot as well because after the gym I get changed, when I have a shower I get changed into baggy clothes. I love baggy clothes, they're just so comfy. So really through those 10 weeks I didn't notice it too much. You know, it's just a process. So I think I've covered everything. I did try and see as many questions as I could and write them all down that I come across. So, pins and needles. I hope you liked it. I hope I've answered all your questions as much as I could. If there's anything else you want to know, just comment below and I will get back to you if I've missed anything. In the description below I am going to write all the sponsors that I use for my bikini, posing, shoes, tan, jewellery, everything to help you. So yeah, give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks guys!